I'm just going to give the basics today. Basic things that I think are often ignored or forgotten about rocking your sales as a healer.
Welcome to Spiritual Rockstar Podcast, where world changing spiritual entrepreneurs come to deeply awaken the power within to bring forth their greatest purpose, while enjoying being in tune with all life and real wealth in all aspects of their lives. I'm your host, Daniel John Hanneman.
And welcome to the Spiritual Rockstar Podcast. So grateful to have you here today. Be talking about rocking your sales as a healer. If you're someone that's been looking to transition from a corporate job or whatever you've been doing to actually have a business that's where you're able to have sales and to really rock with sales so you can go to whatever level you want to go with sales that would serve your life and allow you to do what you want to do in the world by doing your healing work and etc., then you're at the right place. If you're looking to take your sales to another level and you're already in motion, then you're in the right place. And if you're wanting to maximize your sales, you're probably in the right place too, because a lot of the basics of rocking your sales are the same for everybody. And obviously there's differences for wherever level you are at right now, where you're at. So let's get into it. I'm just going to give the basics today, basic things that I think are often ignored or forgotten about rocking your sales as a healer and just sales overall, but especially as a healer. So one of the basics that I find so many healers don't realize is, and you're going to like either dismiss it or laugh, maybe some of you, is you're not making offers. You're not actually offering your services. How can anybody, come and work with you if you're not offering your service? Now, if, again, you got a business, you're making money, you're doing pretty well. You're like, I'm making offers. Okay, click off of this episode. Um, okay, but how many offers are you making, right? So, so when you're thinking when you're thinking about things, and now some of you are smart, right? Some of you have gotten to the point where you're tracking, how many one-to-one appointments you have, where you're going to be making an offer you every month, looking at things like that and tracking those numbers. Okay, that's great. That's great. If you're already doing that. If you're not, you should start doing that. You should start considering doing that because it will help you to be honest with yourself. Or, again, I always remember like some of my clients I've had, and if they got away from working with me for a while, the mechanism I utilize consistently over the years to help healers to have sales is energy scans. So I'd be like, okay, I trained you in doing energy scans, tuning into other people, their chakras and their energies, their blocks, their gifts, and all that stuff. Have you been offering those lately? Usually they offer them for free. 15-minute energy scans or whatever length that they decide to do them for. But guess what happens when I hear there's not that many sales happening? They can't understand why. After I ask how many energy scans have you done this month, I'm like, well, there's no way you would have any sales. You're not making enough offers. And some of them will claim they haven't been counting. I know I've done a lot. I've done a lot. And okay, and I'm like, well, how many have you been doing? Oh, I'll just make up a number. I'm not sure, what each of them have said, but like remember right now, but like, oh, I've done 8 over the last 3 months or something. Like, okay, that's why you don't have any clients. Hello. Like, this, the more energy scans you do on average, at least for most people, most healers typically, almost perfect, wonderful correlation, huge correlation to number of energy scans or intro sessions or whatever you guys do and the number of sales you get. So if you want to rock your sales as a healer, you need to find a way, something like energy scanning, where you're tuning into people and seeing what's going on in their system, or you're doing something to do an assessment, like an assessment to see what the issues are, and then make a recommendation. Not based on trying to get you kind of thing, but gotcha, all right. And it's like more like, okay, here's what we could do. I mean, this is what the opportunity is here, in what we're discovering here. Because with scanning, like it always resonates for the person. So then they're like, okay, oh my God, that's all true. And now what? I've had so many people through the years that they received scanning from me. They, many of them anyway, the most aligned ones. Will ask right away, like, oh, okay, so what do we do about it? Like whatever I was picking up on. So you need something that to offer to get into those one-on-one conversations where they automatically will feel like, okay, what's next? And so energy scanning for healers is an excellent way to do that. So, I mean, how many offers are you making? And then okay, but then the objection healers give often is even if they have something to offer like that, an energy scan or something, they come back to, well, I don't know how to get more people into that or to connect with me and all that. Um and sometimes they're introverted, and so it's difficult to think about like doing something extroverted to, offer energy scans to people and to line those up on your calendar. But the truth is like I'm primarily an introvert, and yet, I do love being on stage to a degree. I love to show up and connect with people. So definitely have an extroversion side based on my experience of myself and also testing I've done. I have some strong extroverted traits on top of the deep verted stuff that I have. So yeah, I used to be called Mr. Invisible in high school. So I get like wanting to melt away and not be bothered by, doing any of this stuff. I get it, but you have to break through that inertia. You have to find a way for you. And that's why, like through my training that I do on energy scanning, for an example, um, I came up with a document with 40 different ways to reach out with energy scans. And there's ways in there for introverts, extroverts, everything, all different ways, many different ways. So you just have to find what works for you. If you're an introvert, maybe you learn to write really good posts on social media. And yeah, you're still putting yourself out there, but it's not as daunting as doing, lives on IG or Facebook or doing reels or, speaking on a stage or something. Um, Although some introverts feel great about that. They're finally, I'm just going to be on that stage and people will be listening. Great. That sounds great to me. And they're not intimidated. So it all depends. It all depends on where you're at, where you could grow the most, what would suit you best. That's where I like to make personalized recommendations on how to go about, reaching out to your market, to the people. And then are you focused on, of course, the basics? Again, I said I'm going to hit the basics today. Are you even focused on an ideal client avatar, an audience? For me, for energy scanning, usually it's people at least half, I know, at least half. They're looking to finally trust their gifts, and they're just beginning to try to get their healing business going. And they're transitioning from maybe a business they used to do before, or a career they were doing, and now they're just ready to go. They're just ready to do it, or they're getting ready to do it. And so that's the most common kind of client that I have there. I have, a couple of different client avatars based on what kind of service that I offer, but that's one of them. And I have people who are not at peace with themselves, but they know they're healers and they have gifts and they're already starting to share, and they need to evolve their consciousness and their gifts and do their business in a way that's from connection rather than push, right? So that's another type of clientele that I serve. And then there's people that have, 6-figure plus businesses, sometimes 7-figure businesses that need a boost or intensive support from someone like myself that can be a wizard with tuning into their clientele and their possible clients, their potential clients, and know exactly what to do next, where to find those next leads, where to cultivate them, because usually they're it's like right in front of them, they just can't see it. So I'm like, listen, have you done this? One of the biggest ones is, and again, I told you this is going to be basics, because until you guys tell me y'all have mastered these, then they may as well keep talking about them. And that's referrals, like the people, if you've served people already, for example, even if it was for free, let's say, they could be bringing you new clients. All you have to do is ask for the referrals. Do you know other people that could benefit from this? Period. Like it's really easy. And if they say yes, ask them to connect you with those people. If you want to give them referral fees or affiliate fees or whatever you can, but many of them will just do it anyway. Before I was doing all that sort of thing, I remember one that this is way back, but I remember one of them that I did just a scan with, and she didn't want to work with me for whatever reason. I forget why, but she sent me ten people. She sent me 10 people. And I don't think I was doing any kind of referral fees or commissions, and she just wanted to because she thought people would really love it. And they did, and I had new clients from that. So when you're offering something like that, you have the opportunity to let them, they just had a great experience with you. You can ask for referrals. You can ask them to send you more people. I miss that opportunity too often myself. I get so caught up in what I'm just doing with that client, or I mean, they're not really a client necessarily if I'm doing a free scan for them, but um, I'm tuning into them. I'm been a bit busy serving them that I almost have to put it top of mind or write it down, each time to ask for that referral. Because um, yeah, and I think sometimes I don't do it because I get so busy with so many mine. Sometimes I'm lately I've been overbooked, almost at times, and it's like, okay, I don't need more right now. So maybe that's part of it. But like, yeah, to keep asking for referrals. So if you just start reaching out to even people you know in your network and provide them with something, and then you just say, hey, I just wanted to share this to you for free. Maybe they become clients too. But everyone has a network. Everyone has a network. I don't know anybody yet. Okay, if you're a healer, you know somebody because somebody gave you that training. There's probably other students in the class. You probably have spiritual circles you've been a part of, or whatever. You know people, yeah, or you know people that are kind of open to spirituality, right? And you can share with them. You can ask for referrals. And if you're not a part of any of that, then you just need to find that circle. Well, no one in my area gets this sort of thing. Okay, then go online, find out online circles then to join. Network, connect with those people. There's so many ways. There's networking circles online. There's where you get on calls and introduce yourself. There's all the usual stuff. Facebook groups. There's countless opportunities. You have to just decide that you're going to find those opportunities that suit you. You know, right now, I mean, I do a number of things, but one of the things I love doing is I love to go on a stage, do scans, and have people experience the power of what I can do in 3 minutes sometimes or whatever, telling them a number of things about themselves and in front of an audience, and then draw people forward to want to connect with me from there. I mean, it's very fun. It's the one of the probably the funnest way I have of getting new clients is to do things like that. So then I have the podcast, I have an email list, I have social media, right? Like everybody else. But as far as that goes, for the most part, everybody has social media, which I can use to do some marketing and to share my voice with the world, and everything adds up, I mean, like social media, sometimes I look at it, if I'm not looking to create more opportunities through it all the time, like very like strategic with it, I see it at a minimum as a stay in touch system for people that are already connected with me, maybe working with me already or going to work with me, or have worked with me or probably work with me again, maybe taking a break for whatever reason. um is a stay in touch system. Like it keeps them connected, and I'm starting to impacting people's lives by whatever I might be sharing, hopefully in a good way, like this episode, right? So I mean, there are so many ways today. Nowadays there's so many ways to rock your sales. It's not that there's not enough opportunity. It's a matter of the alignment and the focus on what is the right path for you. And then just really staying focused. Because it's easy to just try like 20 different strategies and find like everything's not working because your energy is just all over the place. So you have to focus, simplify, pick, some people talk about just picking one type of platform, which I think is brilliant. Pick one strategy and really master one strategy to get new leads perpetually. And then once you get that going, if you have the space and room to build another stream of leads, then do that. All this other stuff like building your followers and building your email list and all this stuff is only to help you to get more leads in a business sense. Really, I mean, in a business sense, that's pretty much what it's all about. And, maybe it could be helpful to others that can connect with you, right? Like, hey, maybe I can help you get in front of more people that are needing you, right? And so that's cool and fun. And I love that about the podcast. I absolutely love featuring people on this podcast. So that's why I I appreciate, people that are reaching out to be on the podcast, and they're not everybody's going to be a fit, but I appreciate people, reaching out because if you're a good fit, I'd love to have you on the podcast, and I have such a great time, with the people that come on this show. So, and those relationships can lead to business opportunities for me and them. It's what's so cool about it too. So, all right, I just hit some basics, but guys, really, I mean, like, find your one thing right now where you're going to gain new traction, even if it's just referrals right now. Pick one thing to dive in deeper into. Well, I kind of get referrals, but I don't always emphasize on that enough. And a lot of times, some of the people I work with, sometimes they're like, "Oh, I'm already doing that." I'm like, "Okay, how much are you doing it? Are you always asking for referrals?" And yeah, no, I guess not. Then it's like sharpening things up. And so that's something I love doing with my clients is helping them sharpen things up so that they're actually sharper with like marketing messages and their sales and their intention and their focus. And yeah, we have to be very clear in order to see those bigger results in sales, whether you want to get to your first, $10,000 month or whatever it may be, or you're looking to finally go to multi six figures, or you're at you're looking to go to seven figures, or whatever it may be, or you're at seven figures, but things are getting wobbly lately, and there's new growth that wants to happen, but you don't know how it wants to happen. All we have to do is just, yeah. I mean, sometimes you are soul searching and you need somebody to just help tune into you and see what's next, And so that's where I guess somebody like me comes into the picture as far as that goes. But if you're not in that stage and you just are kind of like, where am I going to get more leads? Like, stop complicating it. You could come up with a list yourself. Like I said, I came up with 40 different ways to reach out with energy scans. You could come up with a big list. There's so many different things. It's just common sense. There's so many different ways to reach out to people and to serve the people that you're meant to serve. Of course, think about like what you would enjoy. Like how would you like enjoy connecting with your ideal clients? And then think about, lastly, you might think about like, well, where do they hang out? They're hanging out all over the place typically, because that's one of those common marketing questions. Where do they hang out? And I even asked that question too. But okay, but if they're hanging at some of those places you don't want to be bothered with, right? They're at the bookstore. Okay, maybe you don't want to speak at a bookstore. So I mean, you know, they'll be wherever you decide you want to show up. Typically, if you're really enthused by it. So I wouldn't worry too much about that because They're everywhere. They're everywhere. Your ideal clients are probably just about everywhere. You can find concentrated pockets where they hang out. Great. That's even way better, of course. So don't let inertia keep you where you are. Start taking the action. New clarity comes as you take new actions, new downloads, new people come into your life, new referral sources, new whatever. Everything comes in as you're taking some more action and being intentional about the results that you want to create for your business. Where do you actually want to go in your business? Being intentional about it, being clear about it, not attached, not weird about it, not hoping it'll happen, but just being clear with, okay, that's where I'm intending to go. That's where I'm deciding to go. Therefore, this is my next step, whatever it is with the marketing, with lead generation, and then actually, yes, conversion of leads, as they say, and everything, and also follow up. How much are you following up with people that said they want to work with you, and then you just gave up too quick, and you didn't follow up with them, but they could have become clients. So you have to consider so many different opportunities that you're just, most people are over 80%, 90%. I would say for healers, it's like 95% of healers or more. They just let so many opportunities just slip right through their hands. So decide today that you're not going to be that person anymore. You're going to take your business more seriously in a sense, even though you want to have a lot of fun doing what you're doing. More seriously, you're going to treat it like a real living, breathing business, and you're going to nurture it like a baby. Like my baby needs leads, needs possible clients, and I'm going to really nurture that. And I'm going to do it in a way that feels good for me and creates massive abundance for me, and obviously massive blessings and transformations and healing for those that you're here to serve. All right. So, okay, like I said, I told you this would be the basics. We could drill down into optimizing like your conversations with leads and people that might want to work with you. If it lead sounds like a cold word, but souls that want to work with you, right? But maybe another episode we can get into that if you want to go that refined. Do you want to meditate and make money? Let it be simple. Let it be easy. Let it be fun. Go to yoursacredpurpose.com and get your free Meditate Make Money meditation today. Let me know. We could do a whole master course on those things too. But okay, so I'm looking forward to serving you further. If you want to rock your sales with energy scans, go ahead and take advantage. We'll put the links below where you can learn more about it. Go ahead and join us December 4th and 5th. You'll learn how to do the scanning, how to tune in to souls that might want to work with you, and how to reach out with energy scans and pick up on their blocks and their chakras and see their potential, see their gifts, and to have a connected, present, loving, beautiful conversation that just leads them to wanting a transformation in their life, and to help them to say yes to that, to where investing is just automatic. There's like, of course I'm going to invest in that. So come learn about it, learn a little bit about how to integrate your healing modality into it. I also teach you energy scan healing technique during that training. So I will put a link in for it. And also, I will probably put an energy scan secrets. I'm sure I'll put one of those links down below, and that'll be a call where I'll give you a little bit of secrets about how to go about all this scanning stuff, energy scanning, using your intuitive psychic gifts to tune into people, and also how to utilize it to impact people's lives more deeply, fully, and completely. All healers should have the tool, right? The ability to tune into others and feel confident about it and more deeply. And then to gain new sales, new sales, new sales, new sales, new celebrations, new souls that are lighting up to their next level. So, all right, I'm so grateful to have shared with you, and looking forward to sharing with you again real soon. As I would say, keep on tuning in, and we'll keep on rocking it here at Spiritual Rockstar Podcast. Till the next time.
For listening to Spiritual Rockstar Podcast, stay tuned for our next upcoming new episodes each Wednesday and Saturday. Please be sure to subscribe, rate, and review to help us to serve you best. As a reminder, you can get your free Meditate and Make Money meditation at www yoursacredpurpose.com to rock your sacred purpose. Goodbye for now, everybody.